Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. 2024 NBA Training Camp, storylines, extensions, depth charts. It's time to gear up for the 2024-25 NBA season, with training camps beginning on Tuesday, exactly 3 weeks before opening night. To get you ready, we break down all 30 teams and answer the top question for each as it prepares for the regular season. We also include each team's full depth chart going into training camp and explain how certain contracts Exhibit 9, Exhibit 10, and two-way deals will work. While extension talks for forward Jalen Johnson are a priority off the court, there is an open competition for Young's backcourt partner. Atlanta made it a priority to split up the Young and DeJounte Murray backcourt this offseason, picking up 2 first-round picks from New Orleans and a package of players including Dyson Daniels, who started 16 games last season and gives Atlanta more of a defensive presence. Daniels' defensive versatility is something that really stands out, Hawks general manager Landry Fields said in the offseason. His shooting has gotten better. It is something that we think can get an uptick in him as time goes on with his development. Per Cleaning the Glass, Daniels ranked in the top 10% of all NBA players last season in steals and offensive rebounds. The Hawks last season ranked 17th in three-point percentage allowed and 27th in defensive efficiency. The other option is for Atlanta to start Bogdan Bogdanović, who started 33 games and finished 5th in voting for NBA Sixth Man of the Year last season. The Hawks were plus 7.6 points per 100 possessions when Bogdanović and Young shared the court last season. It's also a great time to be hit over the head with cliches, pointless promises, and updates on body mass index. So let's get ahead of it all with some predictions about what we'll hear from various Heat players and coaches at Monday's Media Day. Erik Spoelstra, when asked about the starting lineup, it's competition. It'll be competitive. Which is what we live for. I also don't think it matters all that much. What matters is that we have a locker room of competitors who value winning every single night and making each other better. We have a great group of guys, and I can't wait for the season to start. Jimmy Butler, when asked about not getting an extension, sometimes things fall where they may. I know I'm a max player in this league and I know how to lead my guys to make sure we're holding the Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the season. Which we will. Bonus Butler prediction: many are wondering what Butler's media day look will be this year. There was Emo Jimmy last year and Dreadhead Jimbo the year before. So what's in store for Monday? My guess, a Giorgio Armani suit. It will send 2 messages, that Butler is all about his business this season, and an olive branch extended to the king of the Armani suit himself, Pat Riley. Reasons why Tyler Herro is primed to disappoint for the Heat this season. Tyler Herro is such a critical point in his career entering year 6, but here are a couple of reasons why he could be a bust yet again this season for the Miami Heat. 1. In big moments, he's not particularly consistent. While he showed great moments throughout the regular season, his playoff performances just didn't meet expectations. Starting with that breakout in the 2020 NBA Finals run, he hasn't been able to continue such an impact. With injuries and a fall-off in shooting efficiency in big playoff moments, questions are raised as to whether he could be relied on consistently to start when the stakes were highest. 2. Defensive limitations. Herro is still one of the Heat's defensive liabilities. His build and not-so-elite defensive instincts continue to make him an easy target for opposing teams. In the playoffs, when matchups are significant, this defensive weakness often forces Erik Spoelstra to limit Herro's minutes or mask him within a defensive scheme. 3. Crowded guard rotation. The Heat's backcourt is filled with a cast of talented players, and while Herro remains one of the key scorers on the roster, he may face challenges for playing time given the presence of Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Josh Richardson, and even some of the newer additions like Alec Burks. That could cap Herro's upside or ultimately result in some nights with more inconsistent playing time, which may reduce his opportunities to get into a groove. 4. Injury concerns. Herro's injury history is a concern and only grows with each passing day. Most specifically, Herro missed most of the 2023 postseason. Last season, he missed most of the middle of the season with a leg injury. As Pat Riley said in June, Herro has been fragile. 5. High expectations. Herro is expected to perform at an all-star level, as he is making $29 million this season. The added pressure weighs heavily on him, especially with the Heat having reached the finals in 2 of the past 5 seasons. If he fails to prove right away once again that he can deliver night in and night out as a top option, it will be underwhelming. While Herro's potential is very apparent, until he does prove he can perform well under pressure, improve his defense, and be healthy, there will consistently be a feeling that he could fall short of lofty expectations. Could Lakers make blockbuster trade for Heat star sharpshooter? The Los Angeles Lakers could land themselves just the talent they need to return to championship glory in 2024-25. Eddie Bitar of Fadeaway World proposed a trade that sends D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, and a pair of first-round picks in 2029 and 2031 to the Miami Heat in exchange for budding all-star talent Tyler Herro, hat tip Sourav Mahunti of Athlon Sports inside the Heat. Herro is exactly the type of guard that Lakers superstar LeBron James has won championships playing alongside throughout his career. Herro may not be as accomplished as Dwayne Wade or Kyrie Irving, but he has the confidence and offensive arsenal to be the type of secondary scorer next to James who can hit clutch shots in big moments and get his against the premier perimeter defenders in the association. Having already been to the finals in 2020, and on a Heat roster that made it back in 2023, the Wisconsin native has the playoff experience to be a harmonious complementary piece playing in concert with James and Anthony Davis. Last season, Herro put up a career-high 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game on 39.6% shooting from three-point range. The Kentucky product would be an elite free throw shooter for the Lakers to lean on late in games, exemplified by his career 87.2% clip at the charity stripe, and would be an upgrade from Russell from the standpoint that he gets to his spots and shoots early in the shot clock and can pile on points without requiring many dribbles. The Lakers would be giving up playmaking by moving off of Russell and the 6.2 assists he's given them in his time in the purple and gold. Nonetheless, LA has Gabe Vincent, a quality starting caliber point guard, on their bench in James, who they can hand point guard duties to at any point in the game. The Lakers' window to win a championship is not wide open, as James is approaching his age 40 season. A player like Herro, who has the upside to blossom into a player akin to Phoenix Suns all-star Devin Booker, would be a worthy investment for a Lakers franchise whose front office has openly declared that they are looking to establish sustained Lakers excellence with their ensuing moves. Herro has yet to scratch the surface as a volume scorer and playmaker in the league. He would be a perfect lethal third star and incumbent franchise player to build with for James' swan song and transition out of the league, as well as next to Davis in the next chapter of the storied franchise's run. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Tyler Herro? Leave your opinion in the comments.